A unique project wrapped up earlier this week at Heidhof Home for the Aged. It was billed as a pen pal social, and it brought Niagara College recreation therapy students face to face with the residents they have been corresponding with for the past month.
Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
First time I told the students was the very first week of class, and they were pumped. They were so excited to be able to have a living, breathing conversation with somebody living in long-term care. A lot of the students will work in long-term care when they graduate from our program, so it was an awesome opportunity for them to speak firsthand the experience of these residents. And then it was a few more weeks in when we started the project, and the excitement just grew. You know, I still had lecture to teach during the times we would bring the letters, but the students could see the letters as I brought them to class, and they didn't want to hear anything else. They didn't want to be taught anything else. They just really wanted to get their hands on those letters, read what their resident had wrote them that week, and respond.
60 first-year recreation therapy students took part, along with 20 residents from Heidhof.
For them, it was very reminiscent. You know, it brought back some emotional feelings and ties of letter writing, something that the seniors are very familiar with, much more so than possibly the youth of today. And so it gave the residents an opportunity to have those familiar feelings of days gone by.
What do you think the residents that took part in this got out of it?
Social connectedness with the community at large. A lot of times when you're in long-term care, it becomes just the home. And so it gives them an opportunity to make connections with those in the outside community.
The social allowed Kelly Toth and Lindsay Goodship the chance to finally meet their pen pal, who they have come to affectionately call Queen Mary.
When we read our first letter, I looked at Kelly, I said, you know what, she strikes me as one of those ladies that will grab your hand and just kind of hold you and tap you. And the first thing she did was, I'm not a handshaker, I'm a hugger, come here. And it was just
so cute.
It validated every thought I had about her.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was exactly like we expected it to be.
So how would you sum up this experience then?
It's been so enlightening.
And meaningful.
Yeah.
Very meaningful. I mean, it's just kind of amazing how you can go from 4 weeks of not knowing somebody and just writing the letters back and forth, and like you learn so much about them, and then especially being able to meet them, you learn so much more.
Mary Reed was the center of attention at her table as she finally met the students she's been exchanging letters with. Were you an active letter writer during the course of your life?
No. I hated writing letters because it always took me so long to think of what to say. But I would pick up the phone and chat for hours, but not to write letters. I always got lost.
What was the experience like to meet these students in person today?
Wonderful. It was, as I said, it was like meeting family. It was like I knew these kids.
The inaugural project was a success, and organizers are hopeful that it will continue again next year. Meanwhile, Kelly and Lindsay are even more committed to careers in long-term facilities. And as for Mary, would you do this again?
Yes, in a beat.
In Niagara, you're watching The Source.